What is good, y'all? JR the AR, and we are back with the CLRBLND podcast. It's been a minute, but we back in full force. And today, I got you with a good one. I'm here with a good friend of mine, someone who has been able to transcend the city he's from and really make connections all throughout the country, working with people such as Tiana Taylor, OGZ, One Take J, Hitmaker, Turbo the Great, just to name a few, as well as a prolific rapper who's toured all across the planet multiple times. I can let him explain a little bit further, but happy to have my boy Young Lyxx. How you doing, man?
What it do? What's good, buddy?
Hey, appreciate you being here, man.
Man, happy to be here.
Yeah, bro. So, let's start simple. What's your day consisted today? Like, what you got into so far?
Today I had a Zoom meeting when I woke up early as shit with a client about some merch.
What kind of pieces?
We were trying to figure out like what type of items they want me to design. I think they want like a mouse pad, like some hoodies, shirts, some stickers, some studio shit. And then I had a photo shoot for one of my brands. And then I came here.
Most niggas ain't out here making mouse pads out their shop, bro.
Yeah. And I had to go by the factory this morning for sure. That's like every day. But yeah, man, just working.
Nah, I don't see a day where you're not on your laptop just like
Cooking.
fill it in, trying to get to it, bro.
Oh, no, man. I was about to bring it in here, but I was like, shit, doing the interview.
No, I appreciate you giving me your full attention. Like that's very considerate.
For sure.
But I want to take it all the way back. Let's take it back to like a young Lyxx, like a young Lyxx. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what your upbringing was like, your family, like how'd your hustle first like originate? I want to know where that came from.
I mean, I moved around a lot. San Diego to New Orleans, back to San Diego to Oceanside to Atlanta, now LA. I've been all over as far as traveling. But I mean, my upbringing, I was never like settled in one place for too long. So I think like now that has an impact on my hustle as far as like venturing out everywhere and kind of like always sticking and moving. Like I hate being in one place too long. That kind of like made me like that from my upbringings. But I mean, it was fun, man. I loved every place I lived in. I feel like I made an impact everywhere I live. I lived in the right places at the right time. I lived in New Orleans while, Cash Money and No Limit, that whole era.
Gave you a whole different perspective on the game.
I lived in Atlanta while that was kind of like really turning all the way up. Now I'm back in LA where all the business is taken care of. So shit. And San Diego, man, that's my hometown. I feel like we'll grow our like business scene on the entertainment side someday. It's kind of coming together.
Yeah, the past like I want to say like 24 months, you've seen a little bit more progress than.
Nah, for sure, man. For sure. It's definitely progressing, but it's gonna take a lot more people to come together and kind of give it that push for it to be like a LA.
No, you definitely right. I feel like people just need to like work a more solid program, because I feel like you see San Diego niggas get a hit, get their first million plays, and then they don't drop a full tape for a year, 18 months.
Either that or they don't be moving out their city.
Yeah, they don't be meeting nobody.
Like you could get a million plays in your city, but it's like how I look at that shit is like there's artists that even like when I was living in Atlanta, there was artists that was doing like a million plays only in Atlanta though. So it's like you don't really want to get caught up in that. It's like take those numbers from your hometown and then move out and use that as leverage to kind of like broaden yourself in other places, I feel like you don't ever want to get stuck on numbers or hometown love. You want to kind of like expand if that's your mission. Some people just want to be hometown heroes, so that might be cool for them. But I feel like for people that's really trying to take it to that next level, you kind of got to like use that momentum that you built in your city and use it as leverage to go to these other cities and turn up. Same way you did in your hometown.
I feel like people are like fighting that fear of the unknown, fear of having to meet a whole new clique of people.
It's just a comfort level. I mean, shit, when you're used to one thing, it's kind of like, you're kind of stuck in that comfort zone. But once you get out of that, you never know what waits on the other side of that door.
Yeah, because if you look at all the artists coming out of San Diego right now, like they're maneuvering all throughout the country. Whether you see like a little Maru over here in New York and then on tour with Phoenix Flexin, or a little Weirdo going up and down the state working with all these different artists. That's what's really going to make you a household name as you keep applying pressure in all these markets that you wouldn't be able to intercept otherwise. You actually have to implant yourself there instead of expecting people to find you organically, because honestly that shit ain't realistic.
I agree.
What city would you say really gave you the best chokehold on your style and just how to maneuver in the music industry?
Atlanta. Atlanta for sure. Because I mean, it's just a lot of hustlers out there. It's actually an industry out there. And, you know, everybody's moving fast. It's kind of like a lot of New Yorkers that moved there and kind of like implemented that New York state of mind, that hustle out there. So it's like they kind of moving a mile a minute out there. Everybody kind of like hustle, hustle, hustle. I feel like LA has a lot of opportunities, but it's kind of like more relaxed. I feel like people in Atlanta kind of like trying to get their shit popping. So it's kind of like they're moving at a faster pace.
They ain't getting comfortable so easily.
Nah, for sure. And you know, there's always the next level. I feel like in the US, you know, everyone's kind of like in that industry to kind of like make it to a LA or make it to New York. So, you know, when you're in those other cities, it's always the next level. I feel like when you're at that last level per se, you kind of get a little more relaxed, but there's never a last level for me. So
Nah, you always have to strive for something better. I feel like, especially in San Diego, that's why I actually moved out to LA. As far as people trying to aspire, whether it be fashion, music, just like self entrepreneurship, they would really get comfortable and complacent at goals that I would consider like minor.
yeah,
So to put myself in a different mindset, I surrounded myself with people who were never like settled or happy or satisfied with what they had brought in that quarter, because they needed quarter three to look 3 times as big as quarter two.
nah, facts.
Who were some people out in Atlanta who like really put you on game and embraced you early on?
Um, my big bro Chilio, um, Trinidad James. But me and Trinidad was like cool even before he started doing music. So that's always been like one of like my solid friends in this shit. Like I don't even look at him as like an industry friend. But if I had to like say somebody that's in the industry that I'm actually like real life friends with, Trinidad James definitely been like my day one nigga. Um, Young Jock, surprisingly. Young Jock, man. Shout out to Jock, man. He definitely put me on a lot of game.
How'd y'all get in contact?
Um, I don't even know how we got linked up, but one night I was with my ex and we were like laid up in bed and I got a call at like 3 in the morning from this DJ. And he was like, bro, I'm in the studio with Jack. Like, he wants you to come through to the studio and do a verse for his project. And I'm like, Jack, for real? He's like, yeah. I was like, shit, I'm on the way. Got up out of bed, went to the studio, did a song with him. Shit came out on his mixtape like the next week called Hella Dip. And yeah, like I went on the road with him one time, and you know, it was through that experience that he was really putting me up on game with a lot of shit. Cause I mean, like Young Jock was an artist that kind of like, you know, plateaued. Like he went to that level with his shit, like having a number one hit, being signed to Diddy, big label, big videos, big budgets, all that. So
Yeah.
he didn't seen it, you know, highs, lows, highs, you know. So he had a lot of insight for me, and I really appreciate him as an OG teaching me some game. Jazzy Faze, my dog, he definitely put me on a few game in the studio. Yeah, man, I fuck with like a lot of OGs in Atlanta, so it's like I done been in a room with a lot of people that told me a lot of different little things here and there. I never had like somebody that just like totally ushered me into this shit, but you know, along my journey, people seeing the different moves that I was making and you know, me having morals and being a stand-up nigga, I feel like people kind of just threw me little tips here and there along the way.
That should go farther than anything. Your character, your integrity, like how you carry yourself.
Nah, for
Like if
sure.
people feel comfortable around you, like as that relationship gets stronger, they'll feel comfortable doing business with you and really helping you develop as an individual, as opposed to looking at some type of incentive to be fucking with you. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Nah, mentors are super important, and it's cool that you found some really early on in your journey.
For
You were
sure.
talking about you went on the road for the first time around that time as well. How was traveling like change your perspective on everything?
I mean, I always traveled. That was just my first time being on the road with like an artist. But like me and like my team always went on the road. Like I was always doing shows out of state.
But we both know that tour life different.
Nah, facts. Definitely different. But I mean, just doing shows out of town is just lit, period. Like back in the day when South by Southwest was like, you know, I won't say it's not lit, but I just feel like kind of like fell off a little bit. But
Yeah, COVID definitely didn't
yeah,
help with that
COVID
shit.
kind of hit it a little bit. But before COVID, um, South by Southwest, doing linking up with promoters in different cities, doing different like gigs in different cities, Chicago, New York, Houston. Like definitely done shows. Used to fly out to LA and do shows. San Diego, I done been back home and been booked to do shows. So I feel like I always travel. But like you said, like being on the road, it's nothing like it. I mean, shit, even Trinidad James when All Go Everything dropped, when he had his first show in San Diego with that single, like I came out on the road with him and did the San Diego stop. So that shit always just kind of like, for one, it's just an exciting feeling to always be doing shows outside of your hometown to kind of just see like how people are fucking with you. Cause like people in your hometown, they grew up with you. It's all different type of reasons why they fuck with you outside of your music. People outside of your hometown only fucking with you for your music. So you get to really see how your shit connecting. But I mean, just being out of your hometown, out of your element, would just always broaden your hustle and kind of just teach you, new strategies. You can see what other niggas is doing in other cities and see what's working and implement that in your shit.
Nah, on God. And the thing with you is you don't just perform at rap shows. Like, especially the past couple years, I've seen you at a lot of raves. I've seen you at like a lot of alternative festivals as far as like um Asian culture festivals and shit like that. You cover a lot of different ground. So not only are you able to see how people receive the music live, you're able to see how these different demographics receive different type of shit that you're presenting to them.
Yeah, facts. Like opening myself up to doing EDM, doing music in Asia, like really just showed me like shit, this world is way bigger than just America, dog. Like shit, you could have fans wherever. People could not be fucking with your shit in America, but you could be a superstar in overseas. But at the end of the day, it's just all on what you're striving towards. Some people want to be a mega star in America. Some people just want to be a mega star, period. So it's like you can go somewhere else and get it if this is not working. Like I always say, like go where you're appreciated, not tolerated. You feel me? So that's definitely opened my mind up to just doing different shit, linking with different people, doing. And it's like put me on my biggest stages. Like shit, doing EDM has opened me up to do Coachella twice. You feel me? Like being on the big stage, not at like no party on the grounds, like really doing Coachella on the main stage 2 years back to back. So it's like I probably would have never did that as a rapper so far, but like, EDM got me that. So,
Yeah, and you being open to even trying shit like that, like put you in positions that other people can't even fathom, or they'd have to go so much harder and work for so much longer in that one concentrated genre, which is rap.
But that has a lot to do with, I feel like, my upbringing of me moving around a lot, living in New Orleans, living in Atlanta, living in San Diego, it's like I've been exposed to so much shit. So that's why I think I'm just open to doing more things than just like what people probably expect me to do.
Was it surreal the first time you performed overseas in Asia and like the response you got from them?
Yeah, it was crazy because like 2 years prior to that, my goal when I moved to LA was to be able to do a show overseas. And like the shit happened. So it was just crazy to like, and like going over there multiple times and really building a fan base to like really having fans like signing. Like my first time signing autographs was in Asia. Like that was crazy to me. Doing a festival where like they like screaming every word. It's like when none of these people look like me. Like that was crazy, like it's surreal. It's a blessing to even be able to just have this universal language.
I feel like rappers get really discouraged, or artists in general, when they go on their first little tour run, first little opening for bigger acts, and the crowd isn't really fucking with them the way they'd want to. And I feel like sometimes that could set them back from really just keep applying that pressure and coming back to that market over and over again till those 15 fans become 30 fans, become 75 fans, till you don't have to open for this nigga. You can sell out this venue yourself.
Facts.
Like, people just don't want to take the time to scale up to shit.
Bro, you gotta work. Nobody's just gonna come on the scene and just be popping. Like, that shit happens like once every so often. And even when that shit is happening in this industry, it's like 9 out of 10, a big ass budget behind it. So it's
And
like,
it's usually not the artist, it's a song.
right. And even when it's usually not even the song, it's usually the bag behind it that's forcing it. So it's like, I never get discouraged by that. Like, shit, I was performing at shows in front of two people. You know what I'm saying? And then years later, I'm doing Coachella in front of like 20,000 people. So shit, I never get discouraged. Everything's a part of the process. I think the biggest problem right now is like kids don't want to go through the process. Like shit, they just want that now, and it's like you don't even work for shit.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? You got to work for this shit because that's the people that's gonna appreciate this shit.
Yeah, because they know how much it took for them to get that shit. Like,
Right.
I remember that post that Jack Harlow put a couple months ago of him going to that venue and he had like 14 people in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next time it's like a 2,200 cap venue. He sold that bitch out front to back.
That's how it is, man.
And it's just like, you have to appreciate every fan that you have at any given time. And you also have to put your best effort because you don't know who is residually in that room, especially in cities like LA, Atlanta, New York, Dago. Like, there could be a random motherfucker who really vibes with your energy and the music you're putting out and can change your life right there.
Bro, I'm never bougie, bro. Like, a fan's a fan. Like, if they coming out to support me, I don't care if it's 1 or 1,000. Like, I don't care. Like, when I was on this EDM tour, I used to go in the crowd after the show and go fuck with the fans. You feel me? And like, it was just one particular show I did. These fans were there, and you know, I fucked with them. We took a pic, all that shit, and you know, they posted it. I reposted on Instagram, and we still cool to this day. You feel me? Like, it's all love. They still like support me to this day, just off the strength of me going in the crowd and fucking with them. You know,
Being a real human being.
Yeah, man. Shit, at the end of the day, shit, we all human.
Yeah, and you don't put yourself out there like a walking lick. Like, if you coming down to people, like, they're going to embrace you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's good that you're able to like really nurture those relationships, and I feel that's what's taken you so far in all these different avenues of life. Let's get on to the fashion shit though. When you were younger, how was your upbringing? Were you able to just get whatever drip you wanted, or did you have to really be resourceful and crafty when it came to putting together fits?
I feel like my mom kind of put me in that being fly shit. She had me modeling for Nordstrom when I was younger for like a little bit. So that was always like a thing. She always wanted to like dress me and make me fly. So I think as I got older, it was just like.
So the baby Lyxx Nordstrom ad somewhere on the internet?
I was a runway model. I don't know where them videos at. My mom probably got them shits, but they somewhere on the planet.
Somebody find that.
Somebody somewhere on the planet. But yeah, man, shit. I think just from there, and you know, being older, I just was a part of me, just being fresh. Like, I like to put that shit on. Shit, in high school, I was best dressed. Real shit. Like, it wasn't even no trying. It was this lame ass nigga that was in my high school. This nigga like put on the whole campaign for best dress, was trying to wear his best outfit like the whole week. It was voting week. And I was just doing my thing and shit. Nigga still lost. This nigga wanted to fight and everything about that shit.
Oh, is that serious?
That nigga lied. He mad as hell.
Damn.
Like, bro, you ain't fresh. But yeah, man, shit. It's just always been something that's been a part of me naturally. I don't think I ever like tried or like, I never even wanted to get into this fashion shit until like, shit, maybe like not even 5 years ago. I ain't even been doing merch 5 years. I've been doing merch maybe like 3 years.
How to start?
I started a hat brand in Dago We Trust, kind of took off. Then I moved it to New Orleans. Then we did it in NOLA We Trust, took off. And then I started traveling to Asia a lot, and a lot of my homies that rap over there got brands. So that kind of like sparked the idea of like, damn, like maybe I should kind of like start doing my own shit from my artist shit. So I started kind of like sharpening my skills with the Photoshop, just designing little one-off shit for me to wear. Then I went on this EDM tour, kept making little one-off shit for me to wear. And then one of my mentors, Andy, linked me with this company, Milky Way, and they were a cell phone case company at the time, and me and the owners kind of hit it off, and me and Franco, one of the owners, was kind of like chopping it up over time, and I was just like coming up there a lot and shit like that after we did the cell phone case. And shit, he was just like, yo, like, you know, you're into this Photoshop shit, you got all these people that you know through the rap, like we got the machines, like let's partner up and like make this a real company. And then shit, we just came together and made it a thing. And that's how I kind of like started doing the merch first. And now it's just, you know, the merch guy, man. It's here.
Hey, and he's been going to it, bro.
No cap.
Who were some of the first clients that like really helped get your name out there? Like as far as like the merch god.
One of the first people that I like met and got introduced to and was put on to like do some shit with was Gunner. Free Gunner too.
Free slime.
Free slime too. Free the whole YSL. But that was like the first person I like met with downtown in the fashion district. Walked around, we like looking at shit. I'm like trying to pitch him ideas for different shit. That was like my first like hands-on project.
And when was this?
This was around that time he dropped that green tape.
Yeah, the Drip Season 2?
Yeah.
The one with the tongue and all that shit?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
The green one. I think it was 3 or 2. It might have been 2. But yeah, it was around that time. And then Jazzy, she's like super talented songwriter, artist. She signed a Diddy. That was like another like one of my early clients that like I did a rap tee for, and it kind of like she was like, yo, do my merch. And it kind of like just became a thing. And then shit, bro, I'm working with everybody right now.
I know. I want to get into that in a second, but side note, like one of my personal favorite collections you've done in the past couple years is the one with Vori.
Shout out my dog Vori.
You want to like talk about that relationship a little bit?
So the Vori shit happened. It was crazy because I just got put onto his music, and I had been bumping his music heavy around that month because he had just dropped the tape. And my boy Sonny Digital was out in LA, and I gifted him one of my brand jackets. And he wore it back to Atlanta. And then I guess Vori had seen it, reached out to him. Sonny told him it was me. Vori reached out to me. We followed each other on Gram, and we was like DMing. And then I had sent him a jacket, and then he was fucking with it. And then I was like, shit, let me make him a custom one. Then I just was like thinking of ideas, and he had just dropped the tape. So I just made this custom jacket with my brand shit on it. And then when I sent it to him, he was going crazy, and he was like, bro, let's do a collab. So I was like, fuck, like, shit, let's do it. So we just kind of like start sending it out to different people. And bro was like, shit, I'm about to be in Miami, come pull up. Shit, went to Miami, was in the studio with Murder Beats, Hitmaker, everybody, bro. So shit, we was gifting everybody jackets and shit. It was lit. It was a thing. That's my dog. Still talk to Vori till today.
No, that's why I wanted to bring him up, because like I remember how much he embraced you in that whole collection as that shit was coming out. And like working on commission projects is different, but when someone actually shows so much love and appreciation for the art you put together for them,
No, facts.
it's just like a completely different experience. So just wanted to shout out Vori one time.
Shout out my dog.
Sometimes, because you know I do consultations for artists and all that stuff, and I've sent quite a few people over your way. Sometimes people be tight about your prices. Whoop do whoop do whoop. Just so they discount that, can you give them a list just real quick, because I didn't want to speak for you, of some of the people you've worked with?
Wiz Khalifa, Sierra, LeBron James, Summer Walker, her, Fredo Bang,
Cole Bennett,
Summer Rae, Leanne V. Fuck. Bruh, like literally like everybody. Like
The moral of the story is
everybody.
stop questioning this nigga's rates. Please. Like, I'm trying to get you to the right people. You say, who can get my merch done right? I'm like, yo, I'm gonna call my nigga Lyxx. I'm gonna just line it up real quick. Whoop you, whoop you, whoop you, whoop. And then niggas be like, yo, bro, hard, but he taxing a little bit. I'm like, do you know who else is on his roster this month, bro?
Man, I ain't even gonna cap, bro. Like, I know these other niggas' prices, like, unless you going on Fiverr or some shit, but like these designers don't even have my resume, and these niggas is charging more than me. You feel me? Like, I'm still like rather reasonable with the prices, but like, bruh, the shit is going up like every couple months. No cap. Like by January, the shit gonna go up again. So, you know, it ain't nothing. All I'm gonna say is y'all niggas don't go in the Gucci store, y'all don't go nowhere else and try to ask for a lower price. Y'all gotta treat me the same way, bro. Like, nigga, high end. There's some high end shit, and I still got some reasonable prices. So it's like, you know, shit. It is what it is. And I'm not ever offended if niggas say that, because it's like, bro, if you charge me something high for what you do, bro, I gotta respect your price. Your price, your price. But like for me, I be like laughing at when niggas say that, because I know what I could be charging based off the people I work with. And I really do charge some really good prices as far as like for designs and for your merch and shit like that. So it's like, that's cool, bro. But shit, better tap in now, because the shit really gonna be high in a second.
Talk to him. Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up real quick because, like, I really respect the work you've done. You manufacture for so many people, like, especially in this LA scene, from like the collabs you've done with AD at No Jumper to what you're doing with Ty and Hose Mad. Like, people don't notice how much of your imprint is out in their daily club, their daily fucking pop up, their daily concert. You feel me? So I just wanted to shed some light on that real quick.
Yeah, man, I don't be popping shit. I just be working, bro. I keep my head in my laptop and I just work. Like, I don't need to be shining on niggas every day. Like, shit, the work's out there. When I go out, every time I go out, I see somebody and something I made. So that is enough gratitude for me. I don't need to be on Instagram flexing and saying all this shit. But I think if I did that more, then a lot of niggas would be like, yo, maybe them prices are straight. You feel me? But, you know.
That's why I'm trying to give you your flowers while you're here, dog. You feel me?
But I also probably have like hooked a lot of niggas up in the past too. So, you know, some niggas might be used to that too. It's a bunch of different things. I didn't heard it from multiple people that are saying whatever they want about my prices, but shit, it is what it is, bro. Shit. You want that merch guy stamp. I'm going above and beyond what designers are doing for you too. I'm more lit than half these designers. Like, nigga, I'm gonna post your shit. I'm gonna design it. Like, shit gonna be hard. We producing it. I'm giving you consultation on what you should do. That's like more than what you're gonna get at half these places. I know all these designers. These my niggas, so I know what they charging. I know what they doing. You're gonna pay a nigga, he gonna send you a design, and that's it. You don't even talk to him. Real seamless. With me, you're gonna get some real insight about what the fuck you should do. You know? So shit, it is what it is. I'm never stressed about a nigga talking about my prices, because it's a bunch of other motherfuckers that's paying it. So shit, it is what it is.
No, I feel that. And it's like you're not just like a t-shirt manufacturer either.
No, I ain't no t-shirt shop. That's that downtown shit.
Exactly. You ain't no Santee Alley shop.
Nah, man. Think about me like how you think about Ruigi from Rude or fucking Virgil or bruh, these big designers that y'all niggas look up to. I'm doing the same shit. I'm just doing merch for y'all. I could always scale this shit back and just do my own brands. I'm doing something selfless that's helping me out, but also helping everyone else out. So shit, I think this game was missing me, to be honest.
No, you've been doing your thing,
Shit,
bro.
I ain't seen niggas do so much merch since I came in this. That's just facts.
I feel like people feel like they can question a lot of entrepreneurs' rates because they can call the nigga.
Nah, facts, but shit, half these niggas don't know me, bro. That's another thing too. I be like, bro, y'all niggas don't even know me like that, bro. Y'all niggas just met me, bro. I don't owe nobody nothing. I'm just helping out. just doing business. Shit, it's business. I know I'm cool and shit, but like, bro, it's business. Shit, you still getting good business at an affordable rate. If y'all niggas seen the invoices I be sending these labels versus
It's
what
different.
I send these people is different. Shit, I ain't gonna hit people over the head. I really want to work with people and help them get their shit up. These companies is the ones that's getting their ass smacked with them invoices. So shit, be lucky it ain't that.
He lucky
Cause
as
them
hell.
niggas paying that too. Shit, them niggas paying that too. So shit, it is what it is.
What are some of the pieces that you're most proud of that you've made in the past few years?
Shit, the Prayer Force One shoes. I ain't even dropped them yet, but them I'm really proud of because that was like my first time making a shoe.
When we get out of here, send Mill a picture of them so we can put it
All
up in
right.
this bitch.
Yeah, that. I think that's probably like one of the things I'm most proud of. Working with her, that was dope as fuck.
You linked up with her on your birthday, right?
I linked up with her on my birthday, did her merch in London. That was my first time going to London. It was on my birthday, and I'm doing her merch, and it's sold out. Like, what else can you ask for? There's one Lakers shirt that I did for another brand. LeBron ended up wearing it, so that was fucking crazy. That was crazy. I think the shoes, man. The shoes probably the thing I'm most proud of because that was just my first time making shoes, and I know that's like a tougher thing to make. So,
what were some of the complications with that? Just getting it done.
Just getting it right. Really, small little details of getting it right, making sure everything was like to my vision. That was really the toughest thing, you know. With a shirt, it was like I could just buy a blank and print on it. It's not like hella work into making a shirt versus making a shoe. So, yeah.
No, that's fire. I'm excited to see that drop. When should people expect that shit?
Next year for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
There we go. You got any music dropping soon?
I got a couple collabs on some EDM shit dropping first quarter. I don't know. I'll probably put out some singles next year. See how I'm feeling. Maybe these drops will probably like get me back in the mood.
I gotta get back inspired to get back to it.
Yeah, man, I'm having too much fun with this fashion shit, and I feel still like a rapper. So shit, it's cool.
Yeah, you kind of moving like a rapper. You going to all the same parties. New niggas tapping in with you every day. Like, hey, bro, I fuck with your shit. Let's work.
Yeah, on some shit like that. I feel like I got a hot ass single out, but it's just merch.
It's all the same messages, just different context.
Nah, facts.
Who are some artists that inspire you?
My dog Colorful Moolah. He's fire.
Moolah go crazy.
Yeah, Moolah, really. That's like one of my main niggas I'm around that's doing this shit at a level. So
with all the Glow Gang shit, right?
Yeah, shout out Glow Gang. Shout out him and Chief Keef. They killing it. But yeah, Moolah, man, that's probably like, it's a bunch of other artists too. Like shit, Virgil definitely inspires me. Ruigi definitely inspires me. But as far as like niggas I know, I'll probably say Moolah.
That's hard.
It's my nigga.
Nah, he's inspired a ton of people. Like, so many people have his logos tattooed on their.
I be on FaceTime, bro. I was in New York during Fashion Week. Like, bro, I'm out, and nigga got your logo tatted on him. Like, damn, bro, I can't wait. I can't wait to see a nigga. All I done seen is my name tatted on a bit, but shit, that's different.
Yeah,
that's different.
Way different context.
Yeah, for sure.
But hey, brother, I appreciate you coming through. Is there anything else you want to let people know you got coming on the way?
Sure, man. If you want to bring your brand to life, man, tap in with the merch guy for shizzy.
If he lead you on red, tap in with me. I'll get you in contact with bro.
Or hit me, man, on the other page, Young Lyxx, YOUNGLYXX. Either page, just hit me up. I got you.
Hell yeah. He gonna get you right. Anything you could think of.
Yes, sir, ski.
Hey, I appreciate you pulling up, my boy.
Big love, man.
Hey, this is JR the AR here with Young Lyxx, and you have tuned into another episode of Colorblind Conversations. Hey, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
We out.
Pop!